Welcome back to the channel. It is race day. The plan was to start my new training plan yesterday, but as you know, I had my booster jab on Tuesday afternoon, and it didn't wipe me out, but I just felt incredibly tired yesterday. I had a bit of a headache, and I just felt like I wouldn't give it my all if I jumped on and started yesterday. I had a meeting in my diary today late in the day, which actually I thought meant that I wouldn't be making today's race. So I jumped on at lunchtime today and completed the first of the first day training, which actually wasn't too bad. I thought it would be a little more difficult, but I guess it's got to start somewhere. It was longer periods, so my FTP came out about 243, I think it was, and the first day's training essentially built you up slowly in the warm-up, and then you did 4 minutes at 175 watts, followed by 2 minutes 125, and it just alternated between those 5 times, and then a 10-minute warm down. So it was 50 minutes in total, I think. I definitely felt the strain in my legs towards the end, despite it only being 175 watts. And one of the things, obviously, we've discussed many times is my ability to just stick with a constant power, and I definitely started to feel it at the end. It wasn't difficult. I'm not saying it was. I was sweating and dead when I got off the bike, but I definitely felt that actually this is what I need to be working on, keeping those longer consistent rides and periods of just blue zone effort. So yeah, it was a good start to the training plan, but that therefore meant that I thought I was going to miss the race tonight, so I did that at lunchtime. However, a couple of minutes after I got off the bike, my meeting in the afternoon was cancelled, so I now can make tonight's race. I don't know if I'm going to race it. I don't even know if I'm going to ride the full amount, but I'm going to jump on and just get the legs moving. But in more exciting news, the new world in Zwift has been opened, the addition to the Makuri Islands, Neokyo. So I'm more excited, if I'm honest, about jumping on and having a look around there. We have about 20 minutes to go until the race starts, so I'm going to nip on, get onto the Neokyo world, see what it's like, get first impressions, and then join up on the start line and just see how the legs are feeling for the race. So I'll see you there. Okay then, I have selected the Neon Flats route, and the first thing you notice, you see a lot of neon. I quite like those overhead banner things, and just a neon light. Very, very busy as expected, and I have only got about 10 minutes really before I can, or less than that, before I have to jump onto the race. One thing I think they've am I right in saying this is going to be a continual nighttime route? I've not seen a picture of any of this in the daytime, so I don't know what it's going to be like when you move, because you can ride between the Makuri Island, Yemezi, and this one. So I don't know whether it just gradually gets darker as you come in. I don't know how that works. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen it night time on the Yemezi Island. There is the mountain in the background that maybe one day we'll get to climb. Not as excited about that one. So this one, I'm guessing Neon Flats is just a flat route around, seeing the neon obviously, but it's 14.3 kilometers till I finish. So what have I done? Half, so nearly 15 kilometers. And I just love, it's such a contrasting environment to some of the others. It's really cool, just having all the neon lights and the busyness of a city centre that's a bit different to, what else have we got? We got London. That's not particularly crammed in as much as this one. I think this is quite cool. And the floors look quite fluorescent, almost as if it's been raining. But I don't think it has. And there's obviously a lot of people. Unfortunately, we can't yet do group meetups or races or anything like that on this part. And I think it took the Yemezi part a little while before we can get on there as well. So hopefully it won't take too long. I'd love to set up some races around here. I think
Obviously I've not seen all of the terrain yet, but my understanding is mostly flat with a little bit up and down. So it could be quite good for some racing on some of the shorter circuits, doing loops and things. So my first impression of this is it looks awesome. The one thought though, I do wonder if it will start to look a little bit samey as you're going around. Just as we're going through a place with neon trucks, with Zwift signs and stuff. That is cool. But yeah, just as you're going around normal roads, I don't know whether it'll just feel a little bit like everywhere you are is the same. Hopefully there's enough different bits in places to kind of keep it interesting. You know, and take your mind off and look at something else whilst you're in the middle of a ride or a race or something. But yeah, first impressions, it was quite good. Look at this intersection here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different roads that all intersect at the same point, and you can ride them all. There's riders on every single one of them, which is quite cool, because you often see in the other worlds that there are junctions and things that you can't go down, can't turn off on. So obviously it's quite a few roads, and I can't remember how many, is it 20, 25 kilometres of roads that they've added, but potentially in quite a small area that all intertwine and interlink with each other. Now we've got is it holographic fish up in the sky? I think just floating. We've got them on the sort of, I don't know, signs on the right hand side, but they're just floating neon fish in the middle of the sky. Coming up on the right here, we've got what looks like a replica of, I don't know, is that an Eiffel Tower replica? It's not quite the same as the Eiffel Tower, but it's got a big neon light through the middle of it. And again, in the background, you can see that big mountain looming. Aha, so there we have roads on the left-hand side, which are clearly not rideable. It definitely feels like you're integrating with the city as you come on past that bit. This bit's slightly less neon, slightly more edges of the city, and less in your face. A little bit of variety there. So when it's busy and you come to one of those intersections, you definitely, oh, we've come back round to the flashing neon, I keep using the word neon, the flashing trucks. I'm guessing we're going to turn off a different way in a minute then and do somewhere else. And now my meetup's come up. I've got 5 minutes. So I think for my first impression of that, definite thumbs up. Definitely want to explore more. And I'll be doing some of my upcoming training rides around here just to kind of see what it's like a bit further. 8 seconds. And we're going to get there to quickly see if we go a different way. And this time we're going straight on. So it must be a bit of a weird figure of 8 type thing. Anyway, on the start line for the start of the race. Whew. Keeping the legs moving, but I don't think I'll be racing much tonight. See you at the start. About 40 seconds to go then. We seem to have a bit of illness going around. Glenn and Craig, hope you both feel a bit better soon. Great that you're still joining and jumping on the rise though. You'll notice that I haven't got a heart rate monitor. It's during my workout ride earlier, I had a cutout where I lost everything, and it happened the same way as it did last time. And I think it's when my battery goes on my heart rate strap, it just kills connection to everything. And the reason why that's gone twice in such quick succession is I actually stole the one out of the bathroom scales. So clearly that didn't have a lot of charge left in it as well. So I'll get some next time I go to the shop and replace both my strap and my scales. But we're off. Already 10 seconds in. I do not know how this is going to go. I'm not going to bust a gut to try and keep with any groups this time, because I don't think I'm going to have it in my legs. But let's see how we get on. Come on. I've got a nice little group here. Me, R. Mason, A. Lloyd, C. Clegg, I. Davies. G. Fatback a little bit further ahead. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep this pace up. I'll do it for as long as I can. We got C. Cat, 36 seconds behind, who looks like they might be slightly shorter in number tonight. So it might take them a little longer to catch us. I see Petter, B. Cat is a minute 36 behind with C. Swan and then Corbin. Right, just over 8.5 minutes, still with that group. It's awesome to be with them. We're 15 seconds behind the bigger group of Ds in front. We have just hit, well, we're about to hit a slight hill. I'm hoping I can stay with these guys up and just see those guys in the distance. Behind us, C-Cat have moved within 22 seconds, and Petter and C-Swan 106 are catching. Here comes C-Cat then. Just going past Jay Stevenson and and there's Craig. Right, that grail has just split that group up massively. G Fat Bike now 19 seconds ahead. I Davies 10. I'm sticking with R Mason. A Lloyd 16 seconds behind. What a hill. The C's have started to come through. And Petter now only 7 seconds behind.
Like this, make it pop. Like this, make it not like this, make it drop.
Yeah, that's it. I've hit a wall. No doubt about it. Let's see Swan and then Corbin come past. One hill too many. Let's try and get to the top and see where I come out. Right, so we're 8.5k in, 10.5 still to go. I've got C Clegg 19 seconds behind, R Mason 2 seconds ahead. And you can see still a lot of red, orange to get out of those hills and stay within some sort of competitive distance of those around me. I'm hoping we're going to have a bit of a downhill in a minute.
Like this, make it pop. Like this, make it not like this, make it drop.
I'm struggling to keep my legs turning now, that's for sure. But still with R Mason. C Clegg 39 seconds behind, and then A Lloyd, and then we're nearly a minute behind that little group that we were with earlier, who have kept the distance, actually kept the gap up to the bigger group. It's widened a bit. I was looking at Craig, the DC March G Fat Bike, C Swan, B Cat, N Corbin, and now, well, B Cat are now 2 minutes ahead, but Whew. We're going to come round and go up part of that hill again before we finish. I can't, just even putting out, even on a decline of -2%, just putting out anything, my legs don't want to turn anymore. Come on. I'm going to just use the chance to jump ahead a little bit if I can, see where people are. So Petter, 12 seconds ahead of Eric. That could become quite an exciting race towards the end. They're just coming around to start the little windy climb again. Then we've got D Hawkins. C Groves 18 seconds back. With this group here, we've got C Shand, J Stevenson, A Pimer, J Robinson, R Elsden, and then B Cat N Corbin 6 seconds behind with C Swan. 4.3 watts per kilogram. Trying to catch that big group of Ds in front. Then we go back. Oh, I'm struggling just to keep my legs moving. G Fat Bike with DC Marks. C Finlayson, 13 seconds back with I Davies and D Howarth and A Evans. And then myself and R Mason, C Clegg and A Lloyd towards back. Let's go back to me. Still with Arno. I'm surprised he's still with me because I've been stopping pedaling for a while. Oh, I'll jump forward in a bit and just watch the end of the race. Right, so you've got the front guys coming towards the end. Better 17.8 kilometers. I'm sure the line is around there somewhere. I don't think Eric's going to catch him. The 7-second gap they've got. Unfortunately, as usual, I can't see the finish line. 18 done. This is back to where we started. Can't be far away. Let's see it from Eric's point of view. I'm just going to casually ride now till everyone's finished because I can't. My legs are done. Just see Eric ahead. Gap close to 6 seconds. Probably not far enough because the line is around there somewhere. Hector sprinting. Eric doing the same. Still saying it's 6 seconds. Where's the line? Quite a long way down here today. Oh, I lost my camera for a bit. I don't know at what point, because I wasn't watching. I don't know what point I cut out. I was watching the guys at the front. So let's jump forward again now. Everyone here is going to be racing for the line. It's a huge group of DCAT. Absolutely brilliant. I love seeing the DCAT all grouped together. One day I'll stay in it. Starting to put up some power. I don't quite know where the line is then, because Eric and Petter had to go quite a long way down that road to get close. Some sprinting happening now though, and it's got to be around there. Difficult to work out who's sprinting against who and when you can't see the line. A Evans will be the next. No, apologies. C Shand, a 10-second lead over A Pimer. And then G Fat Bike 1 minute 16 back. Let's watch these guys over the line. We've got C Finlayson, A Pimer's crossed the line. G Fat Bike will be the next one over. 13-second lead over DC Marks and C Finlayson. So it's going to be close between these guys. C Finlayson puts out a little sprint. So does DC Marks. I think that went to Craig. Not sure. And then, oh, I'm up that hill, which is nice. Can't see anyone in front of me at the moment. Just see Clegg's fully caught me now. Hey Lloyd is a minute back. I've definitely run out of gas. Wonder if I'll have anything to chase to the line with. I tried to put out a little burst there, but I can't. I definitely can't. 200 metres to go. Can't even see the line yet. Oh, there it is. No. Nothing. Ah. Oh well. Not too disappointed with that, really. Considering I did the training plan earlier in the day. 1.8 watts per kilogram, but it would have been higher until I just basically took off my foot off the gas completely. 225 watts, not too bad. Let's have a look at the top. Let's give some ride-ons. Let's look at the results then. So we got Peta in first, 30.16. Riding into B cat. I thought we were discussing that you might move up to the A cat. I think you should, Peta. You're clearly strong enough to. Eric in second, 30.24, 8 seconds behind. D Hawkins, don't know what category. 2.9 watts per kilogram, probably a C. 31.07, it's a good result if you're RC cat. Everyone just remember to put their category in just so we know when we're wrapping up. N Corbin in fourth, 31.11, just 4 seconds behind D Hawkins. C Swan, same finishing time. R Elsden, second behind. C Groves, J Robinson. It was great. I caught that last sprinting on the line, but because I couldn't see where the final line was, I didn't really know who was ahead and who had who to beat. Jay Stevenson, 2 seconds behind in the C cat. And then we've got C Shan, 31.46. A Pimer in 11th. G Fat Bike, 33.12. DC Marks, 33.21. Whew. And then close again, C Finlayson just a second behind. I Davies and A Evans I was with for a period of time. And D Howarth, all finishing within a second of each other. Cracking racing. R Mason I stayed with until I couldn't stay with anymore. And then C Clegg. Couldn't quite beat you to the line, but I totally stepped off the gas by that point, so it's probably a bit unfair if I had. And then A Lloyd, 39.21. 21 finishes. Great to see a great turnout. Awesome racing. D-Cat. I love that group of D-Cat sticking together at the front. Looked awesome and cracking racing and awesome sprinting to the line as well. So, brilliant racing. Yeah, I found it. Do you know what? I actually felt quite strong in that first, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I felt quite good. I didn't go out too quickly. Didn't feel like I had to recover from that. Obviously, I don't have a heart rate monitor, so I don't know how high my heart rate went, but it was great to stick with that group while I could. Got blown apart on that little hilly climb, and then we came round to that other bit of the hill, and that's when I lost. My body just said no more. But yeah, I enjoyed that, especially since I wasn't planning on doing it. I wouldn't be able to get to do it. So actually having done it, more distance in the legs, 2 rides in one day, I'm happy. But time for a shower and some food, so I'll catch you later.
As I said there, I'm really happy. 2 rides in one day, including starting the training plan after doing the FTP test earlier in the week, and then obviously doing as much of the race as my legs would allow me to tonight. Some awesome close racing. The D group again, all sticking together, pulling out a incredible performance. I just wish I could stay with you guys. I will do one day. But yeah, all round incredible race, some great performances, close racing, and again, I know I say it a lot, I wish I could see the finish line. Fingers crossed when we get the club function in Zwift, we'll be able to set up events, which means I can just watch the front if I can, just to see where people are in relation to the finish line, because it's a bit of a shame that I can't see that, to see the sprints and who's going early, who's going late. It's just a bit of a guesswork, but again, awesome racing. This week we have the Tuesday Trundle. Andy Creer, I believe, is running this week's ride, so keep an eye out for that on Spond and on the Google Forms. Sign up for all our rides is in the links in the description below. Thursday night will be race night. This time it is going to be the handicap race, my favourite race of the month. So looking forward to that one. That's the one where we adjust our weights so that everyone has a ratio of 2.5 watts per kilogram when you compare it to your FTP. So looking forward to that one. Saturday is our usual Saturday morning group ride, where we just ride as a bandit group ride and have a chat on Discord. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Sunday, it is the last Sunday of the month. So time for our Sunday special. I think this time we're going to do the Watopia Big Loop, which takes in the Epic KOM without going to the radio tower, down the other side, and then it goes around the really fun jungle, back round the far side of the volcano and back to the start. It is about 43 kilometers, I think. So a nice little one to tick off. I think it's probably one that I haven't ticked off before, so it would be a new route for me as well. So as I said, look out for the sign-ups in the description below. Just want to pick up on the hour record. I think a few people have seen Eric and a few others go for it and thought, well, I'm never going to beat that record, so what's the point? I see it as a chance to challenge yourself or myself. So draw a line in the sand, do it the first time, and then do it again in 6 months' time and see how much improvement has been made, see how much further you can go. I think that's one of the big points behind it as well. Is I know we look at FTP tests. There's so many different ways of doing FTP tests. And we say, oh, FTP is increased by X amount. But I think the hour-long record kind of looks at that in a different way. And you might pace yourself differently and learn how to do that on the bike over a period of time. And that's how I kind of see it. I know it's the hour record and who owns it. But I think it's great to be able to do it multiple times and just see if you can improve over time. So do keep that in mind when you're thinking of signing up. Again, sign up is in the link in the description below, along with the little link to the rules as well. So that is the end of this video. I'm finishing on a high, actually. I feel really good. I feel like I've first step into the training plan and towards the goal of doing the Ride London in May next year. But if you have enjoyed it, do hit like, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.